Did you know trauma can reshape not just your mind, but your body as well? In The Body Keeps the Score, Bessel Kolk explores the groundbreaking idea that trauma is stored in our bodies, not just our minds. It's a book that has changed how we understand mental health and healing. Whether you've experienced trauma, want to support someone who has, or are just curious about the mind-body connection, this summary will give you transformative insights. Let's dive in. Trauma isn't just about big events like war or abuse. It can also come from ongoing neglect, isolation, or high stress. Kolk says trauma is anything that overwhelms you, making you feel helpless and unsafe. Trauma can deeply affect the body, often causing physical issues like chronic pain or illness. Trauma physically changes the brain. The amygdala, the brain's alarm system, becomes hyperactive, making you more sensitive to danger. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thinking, becomes underactive, which explains why trauma survivors struggle with impulse control and decision making. And the hippocampus, the memory center, fails to differentiate between past and present. This is why flashbacks feel so real. Trauma doesn't just live in your mind, it's stored in your body. Chronic pain, digestive issues, and even autoimmune disorders are common among trauma survivors. This happens because the body is constantly flooded with stress hormones like cortisol, keeping it in a state of high alert. Kolk writes, "The body keeps the score by replaying memories and emotions in our physical being." Traditional talk therapy often falls short for trauma survivors. Why? Because trauma is stored in nonverbal parts of the brain. Survivors may intellectually understand their experiences, but still feel stuck emotionally and physically. It's like knowing the fire is out, but still smelling the smoke. Kolk highlights body-based therapies as essential for healing. Practices like yoga, mindfulness, and breathwork help reconnect the mind and body. Studies show that yoga, for example, can reduce PTSD symptoms by calming the nervous system. These practices create a sense of safety and grounding, helping survivors regain control over their physical and emotional responses. Innovative therapies like EMDR or eye movement desensitization and reprocessing have shown incredible results in helping survivors process traumatic memories without being overwhelmed. Other approaches like neurofeedback and somatic experiencing help retrain the brain and body to respond differently to stress. These therapies remind us that healing doesn't mean erasing trauma, but learning how to live with it in a healthier way. Kolk emphasizes that healing happens in relationships. Safe, supportive connections help trauma survivors regulate their emotions and rebuild trust. He writes, "Being able to feel safe with other people is probably the single most important aspect of mental health." This is why community, connection, and co-regulation are so vital for recovery. No one heals in isolation. Trauma leaves a profound impact on the body and mind, but healing is possible. The journey involves reconnecting with your body, finding supportive relationships, and exploring therapies that go beyond traditional talk therapy. What struck me most about this book is its message of hope. that no matter how deeply trauma is ingrained, there are ways to recover and reclaim your life. I highly recommend reading it for a deeper understanding and to explore the resources it offers. If you found this summary helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more thoughtful book summaries. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves, y'all.